Hi guys, it's a new vlog. Welcome to the vlog today. Welcome to the channel. It's a girl once more here with Eunice. So on the episode of this on the vlog today, we are going to talk about things you're supposed to be not so important, but important things you are supposed to bring when coming to the United Kingdom. Hey, if you have someone that is prepping to come down to the United Kingdom or to come abroad, especially nursing mothers, mothers of toddlers, mothers of teenagers and the rest, and you know you've not been in this country before, you're going to be a first timer here, please stay glued to the video today, because there's some of the mistakes I made that it's costing me a lot to bring them down. So I decided to make a short video today to remind you those things you should put inside your bag before coming. So if in no particular order this video is going to be, to remind you of mothers of toddlers, mothers of teenagers, those things you are supposed to bring before coming to the United Kingdom. Many of us get carried away with the euphoria of, hey, I want to travel, hey, the visa is out, hey, I must bring food stuff, and you forget the not so important but important things you are supposed to put inside your bag before coming. And voila! When you get here, you start regretting why you didn't bring those things. Now, what are those things that I forgot to bring that I expect you, that I have to inform you not to forget before coming to the United Kingdom? And some of those things I was fortunate enough to bring. So in no particular order, I'm going to be discussing them so you become aware. Now, if you're a mother of a toddler, you know toddler, their age range, or you're a mother of babies, you know, newborn babies, the one thing you shouldn't forget to bring is your child or your children vaccination card. So many of us forget that. We get carried away of going to buy foodstuffs. Yes, foodstuffs are very good because most times the African foodstuffs might be so expensive depending on the part of the United Kingdom you are. But in recent times now, I have to tell you that these African foodstuffs are not even that expensive again like before, because so many Nigerians are here now and they are doing importation of those foodstuffs. So they are even very not so expensive. Mind you, I said, depending on the location you are. So, like I said, number one document you should bring is your child's vaccination card. Because on arrival to the United Kingdom, you want to go and register for your GP. Both your GP and your children's GP. You get it? So, the first thing they will ask about is your child's vaccination card. Remember, you don't know all the vaccination your child has taken while in Nigeria. Most of us do not even know. We just give them the card. The doctors and the nurses know. So there is no how they can trace or know what your child is supposed to take on the next you get his vaccination, or even during registration to know what your child has been immune for before coming to the United Kingdom. So please do not forget to bring your child's vaccination card. Talking about vaccination card, are you on family planning and you will need to, especially those that are taking shots or any other type, and you will need to visit the hospital to take another shot? Madam, please do not forget to bring your own card too. Your family planning card that would indicate the injections or the type you've been using back in your country. It makes it very easy for your GP to know, or for the midwife or the pharmacist to know the one you've been taking before, not believing your word of mouth. Am I making a point? Yes, of course I know. So while bringing your child vaccination card, please do not forget to bring your own immunization card too. Secondly, do not forget to bring your child's birth certificate. Of course, I know many of you might not forget that, but really, the rushy and everything might make you forget bringing that important document. Yes, your child's birth certificate. Your own birth certificate is also very important. Those are the credentials you should bring when coming to the United Kingdom. just put credentials apart. What are those other items that mothers, fathers need to bring when they are coming to the United Kingdom? Is there any medication? Is there any medication? I keep saying, is there any medication you or your child is taking back in your country? I have so many people that came with just little quantity. Some people even forget to bring it. Example, are you on antihypertensive medications? Get enough while coming. At least that will last you 1 month before you already start in the G. Ask me, I will tell you to bring medication that will take you at least 3 months before coming. It gets why. Then for your kids also, sometimes when they come here, the change of environment, the breeze, the cold, just the change of environment will shake them. My child has never suffered, or myself have never had any kind of sickness like toothache. When I came, I had toothache because of the cold. Who told me that toothache would be that serious? A cold can cause toothache. My child also had toothache. So my daughter had toothache. Yes, I fell victim because I didn't imagine that she would have toothache. So I was running kitty kata kata to know the kind, and we had not already started for GP then. So what will she couldn't sleep at night. She was just crying. I know if I begin to cry here for midnight, na some you know be small thing. Your neighbor fit come now so you dey disturb her. It was a nightmare. So please, you can bring that kind of medicine. Medications like simple medications like when they are stooling, you know the kind of medicine you give them in Nigeria. When they have a fourth price, children here is not like your country that you just go to pharmacy. When my pikin get typhoid and malaria, they will mix medicine and the child will take. No, it goes through process. If your child is having flu-like symptoms here, catarrh and headache and everything, they will tell you to go to the hospital. So assuming that child is sick, as having all these issues with and is not yet registered in the GP, what are the first aid you should use? So what are those first aid? Flagyl, those medications you use to just hold your pikin body while in Nigeria. Please pack them, because you don't know what will hit the family, even you as an adult. Don't forget to bring them. Another item you shouldn't forget apart from medication is ori and kernel oil. When I mean kernel oil, the Igbos call it ilako. The Yorubas call it idiagbon. That's why I'm not making a mistake. Please get it. It gets why. Remember back then when the child is convulsing or something, you will carry idiagbon around. Don't forget those things. They are also very important because you don't know when you might need them. And those things are not easy for you to send someone to transfer because you know how they are. It's also actually very delicate. So what you can do is to, the process of get them. They are your personal items. You can come with them, even if it is in smaller quantity. Bring them while coming. Another item you have to bring are your girls' attachments and baby wool. For those that have baby girls, that baby wool. Not really the real attachment, normal baby wool. It is not common here and it's quite expensive. One thing about that baby wool is that you can reuse and reuse and reuse. So try, if you have baby girls, to bring baby wools. For every other thing like rubber band and the rest, I've gone to some shops. Unfortunately, I saw them and they are not that expensive. But you can bring them so that at least before you start spending money to buy, you would have at least gotten start receiving salary. These things you'll be needing as first aid before you start spending the pounds. At least you should start earning it first before spending. It will save you a lot of money. Am I making a point? Another thing you shouldn't forget when you are coming here. Please, mothers, since I came here, I've not tested anything bitter. I have not tested anything bitter here. No bitter thing for here. Jedi dey real low. Every single thing here is bitter. Is sweet, sorry. Every single thing here is sweet and cold. Then in Nigeria they say room temperature is 30.
I'm sorry.
In Nigeria they say room temperature 30 something degree and the rest. Room temperature here for UK. Now your water, now your fridge for Nigeria. Everything here is cold and sweet. No bitter thing. So please, this one touch me. It hits me hard because I was not informed. Find bitter agbo, bring, come. Where you go, they use, give your children when they don't chop plenty sweet things. Is it more sure? For you yourself that you're an adult, you will need bitter things sometimes. Bitter agbo. Please do not underestimate the power of agbo. Mama, wait now. The power of agbo. If you can bring more shoe, you can bring Goko cleanser. You know those bitter things we used to drink. I crave for them now because the sweet tooth here is too much. Everything here is sweet because life is sweet. Yeah. According to one of my friend who said, life is sweet. Yeah. So everything here is sweet. So there's a high chances that your child might have JD, or even you as an adult to have JD. So find something bitter, a bitter, but maybe later you can mix it with water and the rest and bring when you are coming. It gets wow. Then for most of us that have watched my previous video that I talked about traveling, please, when you are coming along the road, if you have toddlers, please make sure you bring you make sure even then if they have passed the age of wearing diaper, make sure you wear them diaper because you are coming into a new environment. There's no way they can quickly be on the road. Make sure you also wear them diaper while coming. Another thing you shouldn't forget to bring to get prepared when you are coming is your CV. Yes, because when you come on arrival, there's so many things that will take your attention that you might not have time to sit down and prepare your CV. So make sure that all your CV are accurately prepared. Mama, stop. That all your CV is appropriately prepared. Now, let me tell you something. Before you get a job, the average white man doesn't play with referencing. So remember, you're working in your home country. Make sure that your reference in your CV or your previous employer has a domain email address. What do I mean by domain email address? I can bet my chest that so many people are facing this challenge or are fall victim of this. The average company in British company don't want to hear that your previous employer has a personal email address like eunice@yahoo.com, eunice@gmail.com. They want to hear eunice.britissembassy.co.uk. I don't know if you get it. Unit@hayat.com. That is what is called a domain email address. So whatever employer you are putting in your CV on what job you are applying for, let's get this fact right. For example, you are applying for a healthcare assistant job. You are applying for a healthcare assistant job and you worked in excuse me, and you worked in a hospital, assuming you were working in a hospital in Nigeria and you are applying for a healthcare assistant here. Definitely it's the hospital name you're going to put in your CV. And they will want, on giving you that job, they will want a reference letter from your previous employer, even if your previous employer is in the abroad. Now, they will ask you your previous employer's email address so that they can send the referencing form to your previous employer. And if your previous employer, most likely 90% have a personal email address, they will not accept it because they feel your previous employer should have a domain email address. So cross all your T's and dot all your I's. Not everybody will tell you this. Make sure your previous employer has a domain email address that you can give, not a personal email address, since you said it's a company you're working from. Do you get it? Now, sometimes references might be from family or friends. That might understand, depending on the company you're applying for a job here. But most likely, most commonly, the average British company will want a domain email address. Trust me, apart from getting a job, even getting a house. Yeah, they will want your employer, maybe your employer back home, to have a domain email address. Yes, that was the reason why we didn't get our first house we wanted to get, because they were asking my husband's employer to have a domain email address. So get that thing arranged first before coming here, so you don't find yourself in a dilemma. But if you are fortunate enough and you get a job without that, good for you, but get prepared. This is just for information. Last but not the least, when you come here, it's most likely you will get a care job. It's most likely that you are going to be doing a caregiver work, a healthcare assistant job, a support worker. You're going to be in the health system. So please, let me give you one expo. Try and buy crocs when coming. You know those kind of crocs that nurses and doctors used to, those kind of crocs that doctors and nurses used to wear. Please, the thing costs for here. I entered into a shop to price crocs. I think they called it £55. I bet calculate £55 times 900 and at least the least 920. You know how much that is. That's how much you will buy crocs here for that. Maybe that's the shop I priced though. But you know, the good thing about crocs is that it's very light. So even if you bring 3 or even 5, you will not even feel the weight. Get as much as you can. Different colors, you know, general colors are there. Maybe white, gray, black. At least those are the 3 colors they use in the hospital or in the healthcare home or in the care home. Buy them when coming. You will thank me for it. I know I'm making sense. Please, if I'm making sense, hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification post. Most of my friends and my subscribers have already turned on your notification post. Thank you. But if you have not turned, how will you know when I post a new video or a new content? You might not know. So you see that bell on your screen, that bell shape, just click on it. You will get a always anytime I post a video, you have a drop down. You have a drop down that I've posted a video. I will go and watch it. And I will be very grateful for that. Thank you so much for... Mama, hold on, please. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much for being with me. And thank you once more. 500 plus subscribers. I hope to see us grow to 1,000 and more. I hope to see more watch hours, more watch time. It is not me, it is you that are doing it. So if there's any other thing I left out, please forgive me. Okay, it's an impromptu vlog. I just said, let me just do this vlog now. As I'm saying thank you. God bless you. Please continue to follow the channel and share the channel to your family and your friends and your loved ones. Till I come your way in the next video. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.